It's been 5 years since Hurricane Irma tore across the First Coast, leaving flooding and destruction in its path. So we're checking back in with meteorologist Robert Speta. He's going to walk us through exactly what happened during the storm.
A somber anniversary here in the state of Florida. It's the same date 5 years ago that Hurricane Irma made landfall here in the Sunshine State. The storm brought hurricane force conditions for South Florida and widespread reports of tornadoes all across the state, not to mention severe flooding, including here on the First Coast. But before Irma made landfall in Florida, it traveled over 4,000 miles across the Atlantic, setting all sorts of records. First, back off the west coast of Africa, it went from a tropical storm to a Category 3 hurricane in just 30 hours. Then the storm continued to track off towards the west, impacting the Leeward Islands. The storm made landfall as a Category 5, the strongest on record, the impact there. Further towards the west, it maintained that Category 5 status for 37 straight hours. Then eventually kicked off there towards Cuba, where it made landfall, the first Category 5 since 1924, before the storm turned towards the north, finally impacting South Florida, still as a major hurricane.
If you have been ordered to evacuate, you need to leave now.
It was a Category 4 hurricane when it came on shore, but weakened to a tropical storm as it neared the First Coast. But weakened does not mean it was weak, though.
And this is the last Irma's got to offer, folks. You're seeing the last kind of threat, at least for Jacksonville Beach, where I am.
Ahead of Irma, we actually had a nor'easter that caused a lot of our bays and inlets to already back up. So as that storm came on shore, on the right side of it, additional water was pushed on shore, causing some serious flooding here on the First Coast. That combined with the rainfall on the St. Johns River, we had record-breaking water levels.
Numerous, let's face it, we've already had 3 tornado warnings now in just the last several hours.
As Irma moved across the state, it produced 21 tornadoes. An additional 4 were also reported in South Carolina. And here on the First Coast in St. Augustine, 1 caused damage to several homes, including a cemetery there.
Saw an EF2 tornado rip apart some of these units, and we see with EF2 tornadoes 110 to 100.
Overall, Irma made a total of 7 landfalls across the Caribbean and the United States, resulting in a total of 134 deaths and caused $70 billion in damages, which is one more reason why, of course, we're always going to keep you posted here on First Coast News anytime there's a tropical system out there. I'm meteorologist Robert Speta.